Hey guys, Brad here. I've got a developer update for you today. We're going to introduce you to Kademi's brand new mega menu, which I'll show you right now. Ta-da! So this is probably the biggest change to the admin we've ever made. Now what you can see, obviously, is the menu down the side is gone, but you just click there and it is back. So we've actually consolidated like 9 different features in Kademi into this new mega menu, and I'll quickly whip through what they are. Now, just a word of warning, if you're familiar with using Kademi, then this is a bit of a jarring change initially. You're used to just having the menu there all the time. It is, of course, just one click away. And I've been using it for a few weeks now, and it's a game changer for me. It makes things so much easier, and I'll show you why. All right, so firstly, in terms of the menu, so everything is still there just as normal, but when you click on, so the menu shows when you click into the Omni search bar, and if you start searching, you immediately search the menu. It's super fast. So now, yeah, I do that all the time. It's quicker than scrolling through the menu to find the item you want if you know it's there. So that's amazing. Now, the next thing is, so let's say you want to open up a website. So typically you would go to the website manager page, and then, okay, let's say I want to work on grapples. Then I click into that, right? So it's kind of a 2-step process. But what you can do now is, if you know the name of your website, just search for it directly, and there is the website in OmniSearch, and you go straight to it. So it's way quicker than going through the intermediate step. Now, OmniSearch, of course, still does all of the stuff it used to do, where it's you can search, where basically it lets you search for data. So you can see here, there's these 2 profiles that have matched. It also works for organizations, leads, products, just about anything which you can consider data is shown in OmniSearch. And when you're typing up here, so you see menu items that match. It does an OmniSearch. Also, it shows you your history, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And it also executes Copilot, which is super cool. But let's just go through each of those panels. So the first one is obviously the menu. Next one here is your account management list. This is really for partners who are managing many different accounts. It means you can, if you do have other accounts, they'll be shown down here, and you can jump straight to them. You also get the settings for the account that you're in now, your home account, so that's where you're managing your profile, and you can run the account setup wizard. So that's that panel. Now, when you start searching up here, if a panel has nothing to show, it just gets hidden. Okay, so you'll see there that has hidden the accounts panel when I search for that. Right, so the next one here, history and tools. Now, this is one of the best features in Kademi that no one has ever known about. Like, I'm always talking to people that don't realize this is there. It's because it's kind of, previously it's been hidden away. So it's basically just whenever you go to a page in Kademi, it gets recorded in your history list here. And then why that's useful is because you can pin it, right? So you can stick a pin on a page, and so from then on, that page is always going to show at the top of that history list, so you can jump straight back to it. Where that's really handy for is often you have like test data that you're going back to, like a test user or a test sales record, or perhaps you're working on a promotion, just something that you're going back to over and over again. So if you just pin it, you just jump to it really quickly every time. And you can just unpin it to make it go away. We also have the new user button here. We will probably add more little tools in here, like new organization and things like that over time. That's the plan. The last panel here to talk about is Copilot, right? So we've had this Copilot button up the top here for the last year or so. And I think for most people, you don't even notice the button is there because previously there's so much going on up the top here. And even if you do use it, it's like, well, it's like you very rarely consciously make an effort as, oh, I have to ask the AI this, right? So what's quite nice here is if you just type it into the, any request you type in OmniSearch will execute in Copilot. So how to create a points bucket, right? Asking Copilot. And there we go, there's your steps. Now, now by default, it doesn't get stored as a conversation, but if you want to ask a follow-up question to it, then it does. Then it becomes a conversation and it opens up in the side panel. And the reason it opens up in the side panel is so that you can actually work in the page and have the AI help beside you. The other thing to note as well, Copilot has a whole lot of tools built into it, so it can do things like it can actually search for users. I'll do a whole separate video on that. There's a lot to talk about and really, really cool. But just to note, when you're doing OmniSearch, that gets executed without tools because you don't want it to be accidentally doing things. Right, what else is there to talk about up here? I think that's probably it, really. So I guess just one thing to talk about, the guys have put a lot of thought into getting the best responsiveness out of this. You'll find searching the menu and history is done immediately on each keystroke. Copilot, I think there's a 400 millisecond delay, and Copilot's 800 milliseconds. So if you pause typing for a moment, then it'll do that search, but it's pretty quick. Cool. Oh, that's right. Of course, the thing I need to say is how do you actually enable this? So this is actually available now. It's not default. So if you want to enable it, just go to your account page and hit this advanced account settings button. And you just want to change this menu layout button here. So it's classic by default. That's what you'll be using now. Change it to mega menu, hit update, and you will get the new UI. Now, the reason why it's not enabled by default at the moment is we're giving people time to use it, to opt in, and to give us feedback on it. Probably within the next month, we'll roll out an update that makes it the default. So if you want to get in there and try it now, please do. And any feedback you give us will be looked into, and we'll do whatever we can to help with that. Yeah, cool. That's all. Awesome. More updates coming soon about some other amazing new features, sanity checks for uploaders, AI, tons of AI stuff. Yeah, all really cool stuff. Thanks very much. See you guys.